Welcome to Watch Hobby Shop. My name is Joe, and today we're going to be taking a look at a watch that I waited 2 years on a waiting list for. And let's see if this was worth waiting 2 years to get a micro brand watch all the way from China. So let's dive down and let's take a look at this watch, and I'm going to give you guys my opinion about my first impressions on this watch. All right guys, let's take a dive and take a look at the Helm Vanuatu. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. You guys can correct me if you guys want in the section comment. Anyways, so I waited 2 years approximately for this watch. And then when I finally got the notification by email that the order was ready, I picked out the watch, and it took another over 2 weeks just to get to me by the United States. And then when I did check out, come to find out, they charge you $35 for shipping on top of the watch. And on top of that, we also have the tariffs tax that's also added to this watch. So you're looking at around $350 for this piece. So I'm thinking that as everybody praises this watch on other channels, this would be something that's going to be really spectacular and something that I should be really impressed with. And I'll be honest with you guys, I completely forgot I was even on the waiting list for this watch. But let's go ahead, dive down, let's take a look at this. So it just comes in the basic box. Obviously, I already opened it. I'll give them credit. They did a great job in packaging, so the watch can't get damaged. So we'll just take it out of here. And then it comes in this regular box here. I normally don't do boxing now, guys, but this was a watch that was supposed to be hyped, you know, for 1 to 2 year waiting list for this watch. It's got an outer sleeve. It's got kind of a cheap cardboard texture feel, the Helm logo on top. And then when you open up the top, you have a little card. They give you a little fake note on there. Obviously someone writes out the top and probably the bottom or just the top, they put your name. So these are all probably standard cards everybody gets. Inside here, they'll give you stickers and a brochure and all your warranty information on this watch. And then the actual watch itself, they give you a nice little microcloth, inexpensive. Then you get the actual watch itself here, which you get to choose what kind of strap you want. I decided to go with the James Bond NATO. It's actually a single pass. It's not even a true NATO strap. And they give you this heavy duty bracelet, engineered bracelet, which is not the greatest, to be honest with you. I already checked it out. I didn't want to put on the watch. It makes the watch over 200 and some grams. So the weight is quite substantial, and you'll get a lot of wear on your wrist from wearing this all day long. And this is basically a friction fit. They don't even have double push deployment on this. So it makes it a lot harder to open it and close. So I'm not impressed with the bracelet at all. For the watch itself on the NATO, let's take a look at this thing. First impression that I get Tudor Pelagos vibes from the indices. The hands, I get the Zen U50 hands. It has a 6 o'clock date position window on it. To me, it looks like just a basic watch. I know it's supposed to be a tool watch, but to me, if I'm waiting on a waiting list, I would expect to get a little bit better quality, something that's going to be more refined. They consider it a tool watch. I understand that, but come on, guys. Be original. I don't know how long you guys been out, but this same design, same everything, you guys haven't changed anything and kept up with the times for 2025. All the other watch brands, even micro brands, are keeping up with the trend. And I think this trend is pretty basic. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's a basic design, guys. Like you go to AliExpress and San Martin's killing it with their designs, and they have better refinement than this. And I wouldn't waste time on this strap. This thing is scratchy. It's pretty thick. They made it industrial. Maybe it'll break down in time to be softer, but it's not soft, it's not pliable. The keepers on here, to me, it feels like a cheap $5 single pass NATO. So I'm not impressed with that piece either. The watch itself, I mean, I'll give it credit. It's a simple design. That's what it's probably meant to be. It does have a brushed ceramic bezel. It does have sapphire crystal. But it's very legible to read, obviously, with the contrast of black and white. You can read it. Date window down at 6 o'clock. Pretty basic movement in this. It has the NH35, so that's pretty much what all standard micro brands use. Beautiful etched case back with their logo. I'll give them credit on that one. That one looks pretty decent. It does have a signed crown. They did a good job on that. A lot of grip on the crown and also the bezel. I didn't mention the specs on this. This is actually a 42 millimeter diameter watch. You're looking at a lug-to-lug of 50, and the case thickness is almost 14 millimeters in height with a flat sapphire crystal. This watch is rated for 200 meters. Supposedly it's supposed to be ISO rated. It comes with a card showing that it actually went through a lot of testing. The bezel action, let me take off the plastic here so you guys can see. The bezel action is actually not bad. I'm gonna have to give it a point for the bezel is actually pretty tight. There's no play in the bezel, and it seems to line up good. So yeah, for that, the bezel is actually pretty good. And I know the lume is really good on this watch. But again, for the price I paid, almost $350 with all the taxes and fees and tariffs and all that crap, I don't know, guys, if this is worth waiting 2 years on a waiting list. I'd rather wait 2 years for a Tudor or a Rolex watch. The one thing I noticed that I was very disappointed in is the crown. I don't know if it's this watch or what, but when I unscrew it, it is so gritty. It feels like there's sand inside the threads. I'm unwinding it and it's grinding. Like literally, it's just grinding. But it has a nice pop. Everything seems to work just fine as a normal NH35. The winding action is nice, buttery smooth. But for some reason, the machining they did on this watch, on my watch anyways, maybe it's not on watches you guys got, but this crown tube is so gritty. It's terrible. Like I'm thinking I'm breaking the movement or even the stem and crown because it's so gritty. And then the other thing that I noticed too is that the case machining on this, I understand it's a tool watch, so everything's brushed on this watch. There's no polish, but the edges right here are super, super sharp, guys. Look at that. Like I could literally take off pieces of skin on every single edge of this watch case. It's terrible. They could have rounded this off or something. It's too sharp, guys. It's way, way, way too sharp. I would not probably want to wear this too often, to be honest with you, because just the finishing, the quality control isn't there for the price that I paid for this. I know Seiko doesn't have the greatest quality control, but I would rather spend my money somewhere else than this watch. Other than that, I don't mean to downgrade this watch. It does look decent, but I see a lot of vibes from the Tudor Pelagos with the indices, and I see the U50 Zen watch hands on this, and it just kind of looks like it's not original anymore. This watch has been in production a while. The owner, if you guys are watching this, you guys got to do something new. Change the game. It's 2025, and all the other watch companies, even the micro brands, are up to date to 2025 and listening to the consumers that, hey, we need some new refinements, something better for this watch that you could wear, not just as a tool watch, daily watch, but also you could wear with possibly with a suit and tie. Christopher Ward does an excellent job on their watches. I know they're a little bit more expensive, but with these being manufactured in China, you guys can do a lot better job because San Martin's killing it, guys. Like if I was gonna get a watch and it costs less, so I could get a San Martin watch and it has better refinement and looks more expensive than this Helm watch. So why are they using the business model of having a waiting list for the same boring watch for the past, what, 7-8 years, and they haven't changed anything with this watch at all? Nothing has improved. Is there a version 3, version 4? Did they make this a little bit better? Can they do like a nice polished chamfered edge, show that they're, attention to detail to the watch? Get rid of that single pass NATO, go with a different manufacturer. That NATO's crap. Refine the bracelet more, put a double twin trigger lock on it or something. That friction fit, that's old fashioned. I know it's milled, but the bracelet is crap too. Guys, I am not impressed with this watch at all, I'm sorry. Yes, it looks okay, would I wear it? Maybe once in a great while, but it just doesn't have the wow factor for me for waiting 2 years. But if you guys like this watch, it's subjective, it's just only my opinion. Let's take it back on top. I'm gonna give you guys my final thoughts. All right, guys, I'm gonna give you my final thoughts on the Vanuatu, I think that's how they pronounce it, by Helm. So, I mean, overall condition of the watch, the way they made it, I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. I know there's been a lot of great reviews on this watch, but like I said, I'm gonna be transparent. And my first impressions, if I'm waiting 2 years for a watch, that I would be blown away, almost so to speak. I know the price point, you probably shouldn't be, but for the same price point, I could go ahead and go get a Samurai, a Turtle, pre-owned, San Martins. There's several types of micro brands, even regular brands, that have better build quality than to wait for 2 years for this watch. I completely forgot about this watch, to be honest with you. And the other thing I didn't like is the sharp edges. The refinement on this, there's actually nothing that's refined on it. It looks like they just took it to a machine and just cut a big block of steel out of it. So I guess if you just want a regular tool watch, it's good for that purpose, but for the price, I would save your money and don't wait. Just go ahead and buy something else that's gonna be at your doorstep a lot sooner and back on your wrist where you can enjoy the piece. In 2 years, you're gonna completely forget that you're even on the wait list when you do finally get the email. And then come to find out, you have tariffs, and you also get charged $35 for shipping for this watch. So that's probably something that a lot of people didn't realize when you do end up getting this watch, when you finally get that call that this watch is available for purchase, it's gonna cost you way more money than what is actually advertised. So I just wanna make a disclaimer out there that, and also the grittiness of the crown is very poor quality. It's usually in a basic NH movement in this watch. So for around $350, I could name 100 different watches that are gonna be 10 times better than this watch. So I'm not very impressed with this model. So I don't know about the other models that they have that Helm carries, but to wait 2 years for this, open the box and not be impressed. I'm very, very disappointed in this watch. Is it a good everyday beater watch? Yeah, pretty much. I would consider this nothing special. Like I said, it doesn't have the X factor for me. For the price, I would go ahead and look elsewhere for a different type of watch. If you guys like this content and video, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks, bye.